Welcome to High Value Blueprint, where bold ideas meet real talk. Today, we're breaking down a controversial Kevin Samuels moment that's sparking debate across the timeline. Let's unpack it, challenge the narratives, and uncover the real truths behind the
Women
conversation.
today think just because they can give birth, that's enough.
Zero sugar.
Hello.
Hey, you need to turn the TV down.
Can you turn the TV down? Sorry about that.
Okay,
I would just.
hold on.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How old are you?
I'm 27.
Okay. There's too much noise in the background.
Oh, sorry. I have like my daughter watching TV and my
Okay.
fiance watching TV.
Okay. Oh, let me say something. Gentlemen, every time men start speaking and saying what's going on, here comes the shame, insults, guilt, and need to be right. You're bitter, you're angry, you're this, you're that. That just means that women don't have any answers. That's why they start with the sign language. Pay no attention. All right. That's a lot of noise. What do you have going on? What's the question you have?
Sorry, I went to another room.
Okay. Go ahead.
Hello.
Okay, so guys, understand that the sign language starts when women run out of arguments. That means you won. Go ahead. We'll talk about modern women. Are they ready to be wives or just ready to be side chicks at best?
I would say a lot of women in this society are ready to be side chicks more than wives. I feel like they feel like the benefits are easier to reap than being through a struggle or in an actual committed and serious situation or structure. Maybe a lot of them haven't had any structure or maybe male role models or a male opinion on.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, Cliff. Do you think the average modern woman is taking life seriously?
No, definitely not at the degree of City Girls and Hot Girl Summer. I don't think
That's what it really comes. That's what it comes down to. How old is your child?
She's 6.
Okay, so before a child and after a child are two different things.
Yes,
You have to take life a hell of a lot more seriously when you're responsible for the life of somebody else.
definitely.
So okay, go ahead. I don't want to. You only got a few minutes. You have a question you want to ask me because I've already asked my question to
Yes,
you.
I do. I actually am in a relationship with my child's father and have been for 8 years. I definitely have a father figure. He raised me. My mother was in and out of my life. So just trying to hone in the maturity level of the male's perspective on how
What do you want as an outcome with your man?
I would like to be married. Well, we're on our way. We've been engaged for 2 years.
How many children does he have?
We both share one.
Okay. And how old is he?
He's 29.
And you're how old again?
27.
So what's the hold up on marriage?
He says my attitude and the way that I speak, I would say, towards men, which I agree. I feel like seeing my mother kind of the way she talks to my father, even now they're not together and it's been 20 years, I do see a lot of resemblance in the respect factor.
So you disrespect your child's father?
In arguments, yes. And out of anger. Not necessarily to disrespect him, like.
Okay, so.
As a man.
Well, yeah. So, yeah, how you fight says a lot.
Yes.
So, he's been with you for 8 years, and you have a child. If he was taken away from you tomorrow in a car accident, you think you could operate like that with another man and him marry you?
No.
Okay. So if you got a man that's with you, either you act like you need to act or you run the risk of losing him.
Yes, and that's my question is to get into the mindset of not, well, I don't want to say like submit like how feminist or whatever use that word, but like submit more, and so like having a male like leadership and me taking the backseat and not trying to be the leader, if that
Why
makes
are you trying? You want to know what I think or what he thinks?
know what you think. Like what
Well,
advice would you
okay,
give?
ma'am, you listen to your man.
Right, of
Do
course.
we, okay, because I'm not going to overstep my boundaries. That is your child's father, and he's been with you 8 years. He told you what he wants. Here's
Right,
what you do. Here's what you do. You do it.
right,
You don't need me to come. You don't need me, Jesus, the pastor, to tell you something else when you got a man who's there by you.
right.
That's disrespectful by itself. Why don't you just give the man what he wants?
Even if I feel as though I am, would that not suffice?
If I asked him, are you giving him what he wants? What would he say?
I would hope yes.
Okay, if you're saying the hold up on marriage is the way you act towards him disrespectfully, right?
Yes.
Then you're not giving him what he wants.
Right.
See, what it comes down to is this rebellious spirit in you females.
Right.
You want to give him what you think he deserves. And if he would up and leave you, then you'd be on my show talk about how your baby daddy left. The man told you what he wants. Either you give it to him or you leave him alone and let him go get a woman that's going to give him what he wants. I'm not
Right.
one for breaking up families, but you're just being outright rebellious.
Right. I would agree to being
So I gotta ask a hard question then.
okay.
You ready?
Yes.
If you lose him, you think you're gonna do better?
Definitely not.
Then why don't you act like that?
Yeah, I definitely want to do that. I do.
There's no want to, man. There's no reason to not respectfully cooperate.
Right.
You've been around here for 8 years. This is about you, your ego, and your attitude. It ain't about how you were raised, everything else. Sounds like he's made it too easy for you. And you've
Right.
lost respect for him. And
No,
when I hear
I
women,
respect him.
if you respect him, you wouldn't open your mouth and say what you say in an argument.
Right. I agree with that part.
Then how are you going to say you respect him?
No, I mean it's just like things are said like in the heat of the moment, not necessarily like that's how I treat him throughout the
Ma'am, 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 I've been alive too long.
Yes.
When these arguments start, come on, hold the phone up. Your face is too low. When
Oh,
these
sorry.
arguments start, see, you fight dirty. And what I'm hearing is you talk to your man like a woman.
No.
Oh yeah, you do. Because if you talk to him like you should talk to a man, you should know from a safety standpoint that you need to keep your mouth closed. See, when two men are talking, there's a low level threat of violence. If I'm sitting here talking to a man, I know there are lines. I
Right.
can't cross certain lines with any man. I don't care how big or small he is. After a certain line, we're gonna have to shoot the fair one. But
Right.
you will go damn well low because you know good and well he ain't gonna do nothing. Because if you talk the way if you argued with him, if you argue with a woman the way you argue with him, would you and that woman end up in a conflict?
Possibly. I feel like it depends. Like it's not necessarily like always like a threat or aggressive. It's just maybe the way I say certain things or pertaining to certain situations. Like it may not be in his perspective,
No,
and
ma'am, we're not talking about those. We're not talking about the innocent thing. We're talking about when you know you're saying something low and dirty just to hurt
right,
him.
right,
Okay, then you're doing it to hurt.
Right.
All right. So you're intentionally inflicting damage on your man.
Mm-hmm.
And if he were to turn around and physically inflict damage on him, the society would blame him and say he shouldn't do it. But you could be verbally violent with your child's father.
Right, which I agree. I don't want to be that way. I don't think that's
Then,
fair.
then have you had any therapy?
I have, and
Okay.
it was more like church based though. So I
Then
didn't.
that's not therapy.
Yeah, I didn't.
Ma'am, here's the thing. I think you take your man for granted. I think that if you've been with him so long, you ain't been out here. I'm not really an advocate for families breaking up, but I bet you if he left you and got him another woman and you had to figure it out for this year, I bet you'd find a way to control your mouth and get it under control. You know what this man wants. You know what he wants.
Yes.
Then give it to him or risk losing him. See, gentlemen, this is why you don't ever let your women this is why we should never let our women get comfortable. Because this is what happens. They start to end up, inevitably, the disrespect happens. Women test for strength. And so many men are trying to be the nice guy, and we're getting bitched.
Well, I definitely don't want to bitch him. That's not what I.
Well, when's the last time you guys had an argument that you talk dirty or foul?
Well, not necessarily talking dirty, but like I wasn't listening. He was trying to like calm me down because I was in another altercation with another person, and he was just kind of saying
A physical altercation?
No, just a verbal.
Who was this person?
Another female.
Well, was it a coworker or something?
No, just a friend. Like we just wasn't seeing eye to eye on a particular situation, and it got to the point where disrespect was being thrown. So of course, between
you and this other woman.
Yes.
Were you guys in person?
Yes. And
was this person at your house? Was this person at your house?
Yes.
Why didn't you tell her to leave your house?
I did.
Okay. And why didn't she leave your house?
I mean, she did. Eventually, she was like gathering her things and like leaving. But in the middle of me telling her to leave, that's when words were being exchanged, and he was trying to calm me down.
See the way I'm. That's that man's castle, and your female friend is bringing chaos into his castle.
Right.
Your job is to make sure his castle stays chaos free. Not to get your point across and get your shit straightened out with your girl.
Right.
That was disrespectful to him, and he's out of his alignment trying to calm you down when your first priority should have been, you can't raise your voice in my man's house.
Right.
That's not going to work. And if she got something to say, you down 911.
Right. I agree.
But that's not what happened. You was arguing with her, and he's over here trying to save it. This is why, gentlemen, perfect example. We're all out of alignment. You sound like the man in the relationship.
No. I definitely don't.
Why is this woman arguing in your man's house? Why are you arguing with a woman in your man's house?
You're right.
Thank you.
I mean, I was the one that was like trying to
He's trying to calm you down like a wife would try to calm her husband down.
Right. I see you.
Gender roles are blurred. But at the end of the day, it's not like you got a guy who's trying to work with you. Maybe you need to do what I suggest doing and cut off your single friends, get you some actual counseling and therapy, get you some couples counseling, and start off and go down to the justice of the peace, get married, move to a different city, and live your life with your family, because all this is chaotic.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, you're moving and acting in life as if this man ain't gonna leave. Everybody got a breaking point.
I agree.
Think about it. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
You know what's crazy about this one? She's only 27, but she's already completely unbearable. The amount of disrespect and lack of self-awareness is wild to me. And what's worse, she knows it. This woman knows she's out of pocket, but she refuses to fix it. Every time Kevin tries to correct her, she nods her head like she agrees. Yes, yes. And then turns around and says, that's not true. Like, what are we even doing here? That's not intelligence. That's cognitive dissonance. That's somebody who cannot deal with being wrong, even when the truth is right in front of her face. And the sad part? She's not just disrespecting her child's father. She's setting the worst possible example for her daughter. That little girl is going to grow up thinking that this is how you treat a man, that yelling, arguing, and being combative is normal in a relationship. And that's how the cycle continues. You can tell she never learned what real love or respect looks like. Probably didn't have the right model at home. Maybe her mom talked down on her dad. Maybe she saw chaos. Maybe she was told, don't ever let a man tell you what to do. But all of that turns into confusion when you become an adult trying to build a family. See, women like this need therapy, not social media validation. Not, girl, you're strong. Not, you don't need no man. They need real healing because that anger, that lack of self-control, it's poison. It's destroying relationships and it's ruining daughters who are watching it play out. Kevin was patient, way more patient than most men would be. But you could see it. She's one of those people who confuses being loud with being right. And it's sad because if she could just slow down, humble herself, and listen, she might actually have a chance to turn things around. At 27, she still has time, but not much. The attitude, the disrespect, the emotional immaturity, that's not independence. That's brokenness disguised as strength. What she really needs isn't another man to argue with. What she needs is a mentor, someone older, wiser, who can show her how to be soft again, how to trust again, how to love again. Because the truth is, if she doesn't fix that mindset, she's going to grow old alone. And her daughter, she'll become the same woman she watched her mother be, loud, bitter, and blaming everybody but herself.